Buenos dias. Welcome to day one, teaching from home. Let's do this. Pull out your subjunctive folder. We got to take some notes. Today, main thing that we want to do is get your folder, all the information that you'll need so that you'll be able to use the subjunctive with some new kind of stuff that we'll be working on. First things first, just a review of the subjunctive. Remember, the subjunctive is used in sentences that have two parts. There's a principal clause and a subordinate clause. In order to trigger the subjunctive, we need three things. We need a WeiRdO expression. We're going to learn some more of those today. We need the word K, and we need two different subjects. All of those things together will allow us to use the subjunctive. So if we look at an example sentence, we have the sentence, I hope that you go to the party. This sentence has two parts. The first one is I hope, that's the principal clause. The second part is that you go to the party. This is a sentence that has WeiRdO, because we're going to talk about how hoping is a part of WeiRdO. It has the word K, the word that, and then it has two different subjects. I hope that you go to the party. So if we look at how that would be formed in Spanish, it would be espero que vayas a la fiesta. Espero is part of WeiRdO. We have the K, the two different subjects. So instead of saying espero que vas a la fiesta, we have espero que vayas a la fiesta, where vayas is the subjunctive. Grab your folder, refer back to this slide or this part of the video just to make sure that you know which parts we're filling out. We're going to be filling out the W, the R, and the O today of the WeiRdO acronym. Starting with the W. It stands for wishes, wants, and hopes. That doesn't start with a W, but you get the point. We're just going to copy down some of these expressions. So if you want to look back just under where wishes, wants, and hopes are, we're going to write down just a couple of expressions. The first one of the biggest ones, is querer que, which means to want that. In a sentence with the subjunctive, quiero que vayas a la fiesta. I want that you go to the party. And to think about why it triggers the subjunctive. Remember, we talked about how the subjunctive doesn't necessarily mean that something's going to happen. The indicative indicates that something is going to happen. The subjunctive does not indicate that something is actually happening. So if I say, I want you to go to the party, is that an indication that you are going to the party? No. It's just my hope, my want, or my wish, but not an indication that you are going. The second expression in WeiRdO that we'll use is esperar, which means to hope. So, tú esperas que yo venga a la fiesta. You hope that I come to the party. Two different subjects. We have the word que, and we have a WeiRdO expression, which is esperar, which is why we have yo venga, which is start with yo, drop the o, add the opposite ending. Third expression, preferir que, to prefer that. Jorge prefiere que estés en la fiesta. We've got the que, we've got two different subjects, and of course, preferir is a part of WeiRdO. Jorge prefers that you are at the party. That's, again, not an indication that you are at the party, it's just what he prefers. Necesitar is to need. We need you to bring a cake to the party. Necesitamos que traigas un pastel a la fiesta. The necesitamos is in the indicative, no change there. We have the que, different subject, and that's when we use the subjunctive traigas. Insistir en que, you do need the N, so you can't just use insistir que. So Alejandro insiste en que yo venga con él. Alejandro insists that I come with him. Again, that's not an indication that I do go with him, but that is what he wants and it's why it's triggered the subjunctive. Desear que means to wish. It comes from the word to desire. Kind of looks like that. It's one of the cognates. So, deseo que mi madre cocine mi sopa favorito esta noche. I wish my mom would cook my favorite soup tonight. Again, just because I wish that she would isn't an indication that she is, which is why cocinar has a flipped ending in the subjunctive. So just make sure you have all those expressions written up next to the W in WeiRdO. The R stands for recommendations and requests. Again, recommending or requesting something to happen isn't an indication that it's going to happen. So the first one, obviously, recomendar que, which means to recommend that. So, yo recomiendo que veas el partido de los Cachorros. I recommend that you watch the Cubs game. Sugerir, very similar to suggest. Yo sugiero que nosotros comamos en ese restaurante. I suggest that we eat in that restaurant. Two different subjects, the word que, and sugerir is a part of WeiRdO. Aconsejar means to advise that. El médico me aconseja que yo tome más frutas. The doctor advises me, so two different subjects, the doctor and me, that I eat more fruits. Tomar with a flipped ending. It means to take in more fruits, but also can be used for eating as well. Pedir means to ask. So ellos piden que no llevemos zapatos en su casa. They ask that we do not wear shoes in their house. Llevar has a flipped ending. And there's two different subjects in the word que. Mandar, another word from our vocab list. Te mando que me dejes entrar. This would be a sentence that is, I order you that you allow me to enter, or I order you to let me in. It's how we kind of say that in English. So we have two different subjects. We have a que, mandar is part of WeiRdO, so that's why dejar, an AR verb, has a flipped ending, dejes. Exigir is to demand, same idea. Exigimos, we demand that you listen to us, two different subjects, and escuchar has a flipped ending. Prohibir, same idea. I prohibit that you smoke in my house. Fumar is an AR verb, so you see the flipped ending. Suplicar is to beg. That's a new word. You might not know that one, but it's a handy one to use. Like, I'm begging you not to do it. Suplico, yo suplico que no lo hagas. The two form of hacer in the subjunctive, hagas. Those are all the expressions that will trigger subjunctive that belong to the R in WeiRdO. Now, the last part of the acronym that we're going to study is actually all the way down at the bottom, the word, the O, and it stands for the word ojalá. That's all you need to write in this part. Just write the word ojalá, starting with the O, you'll be set. This screen. Ojalá comes from Arabic. In past eras, it had a religious meaning because it actually, if you say it out loud, say it slowly, ojalá, and it mentions Allah. It would basically be like invoking God's name because you want something to happen. So it kind of roughly translates into hopefully or God willing. And it can be used with or without a K. So ojalá kind of does its own thing. You don't need all of the requirements that we talked about before. There is no second subject. It doesn't necessarily need a K. So you could say something like, ojalá llueva. Hopefully it rains. Where llover is an ODUE stem changer and an ER verb. You can see it switches endings to llueva with an A. You could also say ojalá que, which means the same exact thing, means hopefully the Cubs win, where ganar, an AR verb, flips its ending. Ojalá que los Cachorros ganen. Hopefully the Cubs win. So again, anytime you see the word ojalá, automatically goes subjunctive. You don't need a K, you don't need two subjects. Just know that ojalá triggers the subjunctive and you'll be good to go. That is all we're going to cover for filling out the notes for this part of the unit of WeiRdO. So just make sure you have all that information. I'll go back to the original picture so you can kind of see what we're looking at. There it is. You can see that wishes, wants, hopes, recommendations, and ojalá is what we filled out today. We're going to use that information to start practicing. As always, give me a shout, write me an email, Gmail, and I'll get back to you, and we'll take it from there. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.